I'm Jeffrey Rokoha. This is my Potter's Journal for the week after Easter now, 2025. We're still in the greenhouse. I have been making flower pots. Okay, starting small and working up in size. This has been an amazing experience. I've made 10 in each size moving up. Today will be 9 pounds of clay. It's not that I've never thrown 9 pounds of clay. It's not that I've never thrown 10 pots at a time. But I don't know that I can remember really in this life or the last putting them together. The, 9 pots at 9 pounds of clay. I've tried to put a little bit something different in each video. This time the physical aspect of it was a big thing. The same thing comes to the kiln too. How do you fit planters this size and larger, something that people don't expect to pay a ton of money for, in a small hobby 17-inch kiln? Okay, so we'll look at that too, as well as some of what else has been going on in the studio, as well as maybe some pictures from the holiday weekend. Okay, let's see what's going on in the studio today. And I've been watching some Irish flower pot makers from the 80s while doing this. Okay, all weighed out at 9 pounds each. It was a job. Enough. Just weighing them all out. Would you want to? Could you wedge them all? 9 pounds each. 81 pounds of clay total. And it may not look like anything in the picture, but I've never had it stacked up that high before. 81 pounds. And sometimes you do have to take on the impossible now and again. You may be surprised to find that unexpectedly you can do it. And flower pots is not all I've made this week. Some things require more detail. The berry bowls, not only a trimmed foot, but a notch cut in them, maybe 3, and then all of the holes. And if only I had a real studio with shelves, it would look like I was a big-time pottery. And starting it up there is that satisfying electric kiln hum. Okay, the countdown to the first farmer's market. I'm getting multiple kiln loads of flower pots, and this one I'm going to unload as a template to see how to get them to best fit in. Okay, 1 stack of the biggest with the next size and the smallest and the smaller and the smallest inside, and then medium size fit here, and then making small 1-pound pots to stack up on the side. So we've got 1s, 2s, and I forget what else. We'll see when we unload this. Okay, we have got the 2-pounders here with the scalloped rim and the crimped rim, and they are stacked one on top of the other with the same combo of the 1-pound pots. Okay, with the straight rim, stamped 1, stamped and stacked right inside of them. So, okay, and that is going the whole way down. The whole way down. Okay, the whole way down to the bottom of this side of the kiln. So, I will count these all up when I get it emptied, and it'll give me an idea of what to do as a production run to make the most efficient use of such a little kiln. So the 2-pound stacks with the 1 pound inside there, and then here there is only room along the side for the 1-pound stack. Okay, so, and these I don't put anything inside of them, whereas the 2 pounds, okay, that went down the center all had something in the 1 pound inside of them. So I do need to make a lot more 1-pound pots. And over here, stacked, okay, the same thing on top as on the bottom. We've got the 1 inside of the 2, inside of the, let's see what it says here, inside of the 5-pound. And this one, to get it to fit, okay, if I put it in there, it would have just, I think, got stuck in here. So I put some, okay, stilts inside, and there's no problem, no cracking on the bottom. This is the 9-pound. Okay, and I did make a 15-pound. I think that I could maybe do a similar stacking. It'd be a little tighter. And here on the bottom, I had them upside down. With the, okay, so it was rimmed to the base, and I'm looking to see that it didn't warp at all or crack because of the weight that was on it, so that did good. This went up to cone 2, and I do see something down here. What is that? Oh, it looked like it came out. You know what? Oh, look at that. It's stuck to the bottom of the shelf as it expanded and contracted in the firing. So maybe if I just put, this also had all the weight of everything on top. I'm guessing if. And it only did that in one spot. You know, I'm not sure. You know that, oh, this happened maybe because of the weight while it was still greenware. I don't think it was because of the contracting and expanding and the firing and the weight on it, but the weight on it as greenware. So maybe that could have been avoided, and maybe not. When I do the 15-pound ones, I don't want to lose any because I only made 3. And so underneath that was, okay, the next size down. And this one had no weight on it, but it also had caught on the bottom of the kiln. And there's a little chip out of it. Okay, and the 2-pound inside, and the 1. So I'm going to count these all up, and it'll tell me maybe what kind of production run I need to do to get a lot of pots out of a little kiln. Alright, how about that? How about that? Was I smiling like this when I started this series? The 9 pounds of clay. Okay, we'll see if I'm still smiling next week when we move up to the 15. I'm only going to attempt 3 of those. I've thrown 15 pounds of clay before, but somehow I think if I went back through my life, I could count how many pots there were at that weight. And there was, okay, only 1 life. What I meant earlier in the video, my first life as a potter and second life as a potter, I was doing ceramic sculpture in the middle. And you've seen some of my garden sculpture here in videos. If not, you can go back and see that since it is garden time of the year. Okay, some extras here after the close. In addition, next week to the 15 pounds of clay, if we can do it. It's in my sketchbook to try a couple strawberry jars too. So we'll see about that. Stop back and see what's going on in the studio next week. And don't be a starving artist. The day after the holiday, $2.49 for the lamb per pound. And the better quality, but picked up reduced the day after.